Hello everybody, my name is Juan. Welcome back to a new reaction. Today we're going to be looking at the final episode of Season 3 of Young Justice Outsiders by the title of Nevermore. Before we get into that though, I would like to give a huge shout out to Mia for recommending to watch this show. Like I've mentioned in the past, if you hadn't recommended it, I probably wouldn't have gotten to it so soon. And it's been a very enjoyable ride. I have no regrets. It's been really fun. Like for the most part, and it's like I don't know, it's cool. Thank you for recommending it. Also, shout out to SM Down H9. The two of you have been some of the more how do I say this, like better commenters. You guys always leave comments informing me about shit that I don't understand or things that I don't remember from previous seasons. And honestly, I'm appreciative because you provide like context to the shit that I don't understand, which thank you. You guys have supported this reaction series from the start, I believe, and I probably wouldn't have been reacting to it if people like you weren't supporting it. And so, thank you. And let's get into this. Episode 26, Nevermore. I don't really have any predictions based on the title, but like I mentioned in the last episode, I think this is going to be one of those situations which sets up the plot for the next season. And considering it's a fucking season finale right here, I already know it's going to be crazy. I, what was there in the last episode? Hmm. The last episode was titled Overwhelmed, and we had a lot of situations which were very overwhelming, but it didn't really give me much for here. I think some of the points of interest that I imagine they could touch on is obviously the galactic conflict that is apparently going to be going down between Darkseid and like Vandal Savage. And what else is there? In what was it? I don't remember what episode it was, but the episode with Ray Al Ghul, I believe his name was. There was a woman who was carrying a baby who was apparently Damian Wayne, which I know absolutely nothing about, but I imagine if not mentioned here, it will most likely go on to be mentioned in the next season. What else is there? Obviously, there's the whole Metron coming to talk to Halo and Cyborg about having an interest in their evolution as technology slash organic beings, and I imagine that will be something that will continue to be talked about because it's such a like interesting idea of like an organic being merging with like technology and obviously technology from the New Gods or from New Genesis, I believe. Um, Honestly, I just want to get to watching it. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, dude. I am so excited for this. I know it's gonna be good just because it's the final episode. They have to go out with a bang. Like this whole season has been really good. This is gonna be amazing. I already know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I will begin in three, two, one.
My algorithm estimated you'd be here 2 minutes earlier. How long were you waiting outside?
About 2 minutes. Baron Bedlam staged a coup. I assume Brion and Tara are already en route, and I still care about both those kids. I need to know what's going on. Please, Barbara.
The League's been sidelined by UN Secretary General Lex Luthor. And, frankly, by public opinion, which Luthor's manipulated.
uh,
McGann's leading Gamma Squad, combining
huh.
members of the team and the Outsiders to prevent Dr. X from executing those loyal to King Gregor Markov. Who are taking the battle right to Bedlam.
Nice.
You coordinate all three squads from here while keeping the League and Batman Inc. informed.
You're the only person who calls it Batman Inc.
What aren't you telling me?
Well,
Ah.
And we have the inside track on their every move.
Then all goes as planned.
Of course.
All heroes and metahumans must be registered and regulated worldwide. And Infinity Incorporated will supplant the Justice League.
Okay.
Light fills its ranks with metahumans under our control.
Okay, that makes sense.
Subject to arrest, imprisonment, even inhibitor collars.
I bet Waller would love to get a brain implant in the Dark Knight.
Indeed. If we use our mole...
Her cover will be blown, no doubt.
Yeah.
The outcome worth the sacrifice.
I was gonna mention that as well. Jesus.
Deathstroke to Tara.
The moment you've been waiting for is
Shouldn't Cyborg be able to detect that since it's technology? Wait, did they say kill Garfield Logan? He is more or less the leader of the Outsiders. That makes sense, but... Uh-oh.
You? Yeah, me.
You were right, GF. Beta flushed the Baron right out. Hello, Uncle.
So, a meta-invasion of my native land. And cleanse the bloodline of these weak orphans.
We're orphans because of you!
Oh!
A feeble thing. Monster!
Yeah. Oh.
Cyborg, do you read? I know you're in the thick of it, but you and I have a new mission.
Huh.
Little Prince, there's no Superboy here to save you now. You're an embarrassment to the family.
They've got a new family now.
All equally pathetic.
Oh! Let's go. Oh!
You kidnapped my sister! Murdered my parents! Betrayed crown and country!
Huh.
I surrender.
Yeah, right.
Surrender is too easy.
Geoforce, no! The Outsiders are beacons of hope. We don't deal out punishment.
Bedlam caused all your misery.
Oh, no.
Kill Beast Boy now.
I think she's not gonna do it.
Tara? What are you doing?
Do it. Kill him.
Tara, listen. You don't have to do what Deathstroke says.
Huh.
How long have you known?
No.
Uh-oh.
Since before we found you. Batman had surveillance on Slade.
Yeah.
From his micro-expressions that he was lying.
You knew I was still a shadow? Why didn't you—
Busting you up front would have taken the decision out of your hands.
Yep.
But these people risked their lives to save me.
Yeah, they
Me
did.
with kindness and respect. Made me part of their family.
We wanted to show you there is a better way. You can be forgiven, Tara.
Wow.
The choice is yours.
For a second, I thought she did it. Aww. There we go. That's what I was talking about.
Micro expressions. Well, we wondered who else would be on the other end of this line. Now we know, Mr. Secretary.
Wow.
Tara, how could you?
You'll get over it.
Here's our prince!
Ambassador Bazovi?
Prince Brion! Is that the princess?
Yes, it is.
My prince! You cannot let that war criminal escape!
It is over, Baron. It will never be over, Princeling. Not as long as I draw breath.
Respect.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Karalis Ilmiris! Latsivo Karalis! Brion is a hero! Brion ser varones!
What happened? Oh, Brion.
Uh-huh.
You crossed a line we don't cross. You murdered that man.
I executed a criminal while you hypocrites allowed a murderer to...
There was no control chip on my neck when I killed Marlo. I had a choice. I made the wrong one. We both must turn ourselves in.
To whom? Do you not hear the crowd? Tara, I dedicated my life to rescuing you. But you lied to me and nearly betrayed us all.
Yeah.
Do what you did.
The people would disagree. Would you condemn a soldier in war? No. You'd call him Varonis, a hero. A king.
King? But Gregor...
Kings make hard decisions for the sake of their people. Only you have the strength to rule Markovia. Who staged a coup after escaping prison? After murdering our king and queen?
Sphinx! Briones! Paralis! Markovia viadzix Karalis Barones. My brother is a man of great patience. But that is not what our country needs.
Yeah.
I betrayed no one. Gregor's 16 minutes is no justification for his rule. I've always known the crown should be mine. Sister, I will forgive your crimes if you support my rule.
That I cannot do.
Fine. Halo! Violet, please. I need you now. So be it. Nightwing, take all your heroes out of my country at once.
Yeah, that whole situation was kind of weird, dude. And Brion is probably the worst person to be king, in my opinion. But let's see how this goes.
Things could have gone worse.
Oh, please. Things could hardly have gone better. An outsider executing an enemy and declaring himself king? I can easily frame the argument now for heroes to be registered and regulated.
These confidential files prove that Secretary General Lex Luthor has defied UN regulations by continuing to secretly run LexCorp. Its resources to operate his own meta-human trafficking chain, one that utilizes the same control chip favored by the infamous Bedlam Syndicate. To create and control Infinity Incorporated.
Oh.
This is fake news. Fake.
Okay, dude.
From unregulated meta-vigilantes like the disgraced Black Lightning. We will soon change the international...
Every charge Lightning and Cyborg laid at your feet is true, Luthor.
Oh.
Think about what you're doing, son.
I am not your son.
Here we go!
Luthor bred and enslaved living weapons, including me. A genomorph. A clone made from the combined DNA of Superman and Lex Luthor.
Oh.
I'm more than that now. More than the weapon I was created to be. I've come to think of Superboy as my brother. You can trust him. I call for an immediate vote of no confidence in Secretary General Lex Luthor.
An embattled Lex Luthor, now facing multiple indictments, has been forced to resign.
Nice.
I hear rumors Ambassador Troya is the leading candidate to replace...
Nice.
Kara Markov is ended at The Hague. The judges of the World Court have taken the many mitigating factors of the princess's abduction into account and released her into the custody of her brother.
Nice.
She will attempt to redeem herself by doing good works with the outsiders.
Okay. That's cool, I guess.
No, I don't want to see her.
She's made some mistakes, but she wants to make up for them by helping you.
Uh-oh.
The rest of the news is good.
Agreed. King Brion now leads a puppet kingdom.
Yes, well, I'm no Martian, but my limited meta-psychic ability does come in handy to nudge people toward their own worst impulses.
Wow.
Now, I'm sure you're all wondering about my recent trip to Apocalypse.
Yeah!
For our mutual sense of betrayal, we aired our differences, but managed to find common ground and reconfirm our partnership. So we must prepare, while keeping eyes on this Halo. She could be the key to our final victory.
It's about everyone. Wasn't sure they'd all respond.
You command more respect than you realize.
Wow.
Starting to get that.
Wow, dude.
Recognize Pierce, comma, Jefferson.
Aww.
0, 1.
Glad you could make it. Gladder still you're staying in the game.
You sure about this?
Oh yeah.
What's about to go down here?
Thanks for coming, everyone. Aquaman, Miss Martian, Oracle, Robin, and I have been running a secret task force, coordinating all our teams and squads in an attempt to beat the Light at their own game. We've had successes, Failures, compromises, deceptions, and betrayals.
We made a mistake.
So I hereby resign as co-chair of the League.
Oh.
Effective immediately.
As do I.
I'm stepping down as leader of the team as well.
One who has consistently acted as the conscience of the League.
Black Lightning?
Nominating Black Lightning.
Aye! And aboard the Javelin?
Aye! Whoa, 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 I don't want this. What say you?
I don't have a vote, currently.
If I take this, you're either in or you're out.
If you take this, we'll fold Batman Inc. back into the League and...
I rejoin the team. Team works for the League. I work for you, boss.
Ah.
The League needs course correction. Because we're all afraid of the same tired old story. The hero gets lost fighting the good fight and becomes the very thing he or she is fighting against. We will not keep secrets from each other. We need each other to know each other's secrets, to keep each other on the straight and narrow. The ends will not justify the means. We will not sink to using the methods of our enemies.
Okay.
But because it affords our young heroes a place to learn out of the spotlight. But otherwise, like the outsiders, we must live in each other's spotlights. Holding firm to our principles will guide us to an honorable victory. Now let's get down to business.
Okay, dude. Here you go. This is what...
We're welcoming new members Terra, Forager, and Superboy to the...
Okay.
So, you're a public hero now?
Much overdue. There we go. Okay. I don't really know who Mitchell Lemon was, but what the fuck, dude? Someone recommended I look into Lobo, and now I'm wondering, since a little piece of him was cut off, does that obviously, like it creates another being? But does that mean that that being, are they the same person? Are they different? Are they? What the fuck was that, dude? Wow. I mean, this episode, it was good. It was good in the way that it tied a lot of loose ends, but it didn't set up for the next season. So the next season will most likely, I mean, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I think we need to look over the episode again for us to have a better understanding, maybe. So we begin, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Well, we begin with trying to take down Bedlam from Markovia, and multiple teams head in that direction. And then Slade, or Deathstroke, I mean, tells Terra to kill Beast Boy. And I'm glad that in that moment, Terra decided, to not do so. And the way that they knew the whole time that she was like a double agent. That's such a good way to go about it, because it's the way that Artemis said it. It's like they didn't give you a choice, and we will. You know, it was so good, man. Um, damn this bird, man. I feel like the most disappointing part here is Brion killing Bedlam. At first, I was like, sure, that's good because he decided to destroy this person who did a lot of bad shit to them, you know. But then when you look at it from like a hero perspective, it's weird. But then there's also that character, the newest member of the Light, who apparently has a meta ability that allows him to persuade people to their darkest part or something like that. He said, and it makes sense that in that situation he was able to more or less take control of Brion and make him do. I don't know, man. I'm glad that Tara was pardoned in a way and given the opportunity to choose what she wanted to do, and she chose right. I think she's an interesting character. I think she's a character that is powerful in some ways. She has the potential to become an incredible hero. Obviously, she's still very young, so there's a lot of growth potentially there. And then Brion being persuaded by this guy, or manipulated, if you will. Then he kills Bedlam. Yeah. Yeah, and then Lex Luthor being exposed by Black Lightning, who in the end ends up becoming the leader of the Justice League. It's so good, man. So Lex Luthor is no longer the United Nations head or whatever. And apparently Troya, Wonder Woman's sister, is a likely candidate to become that person. Then, out of the blue, fucking Connor coming on to reveal himself and give the Genomorphs back on what was the name, Geranium City, like that was really good. That was, I mean, I figured since they mentioned it in the last episode, it was a possibility for them to go over, but I didn't know it was going to be so soon after the reveal of Geranium City. But I'm glad it was, because it goes to show, I guess, on Superboy's behalf that he really cares. You know, obviously that's his family more or less, like the creatures he was born with. So hey, man. Yeah, and like I was saying, I think the worst part is Brion um, becoming king, and like I said, you know, the new member of the Light. I didn't really get his name. Um, he does have that power to be able to like make you do the darkest parts of your mind or whatever. But even then, like I've mentioned in the past, Brion is such a volatile character, and this episode kind of confirmed that. Again, even aside the fact of this new member of the Light, um, since the beginning, he had that idealism of like, oh, I am a better king, and when given the opportunity to take over as king, like even if he wasn't persuaded, I feel like it would have been very likely that he did this, because it's just fucking Brion, man. I don't know. I guess since the beginning, I didn't really like him, and I guess I was right. He turned on his brother. He turned on the outsiders more or less. Oh man, that was kind of rough. Then we get this very motivational speech from Black Lightning and Nightwing here, talking about how they need to be more honest, more real, more um, transparent, and not keep so many secrets, which they did from a position of like, how do I say this? Like they try to do it for the better of everybody, but really it's like it's kind of fishy, you know. It's weird that they would do something like that. But let's see. So we have that whole thing. Black Lightning is now the leader of the Justice League, and we get then Connor and Megan trying to return the ring, but inevitably they get back. Inevitably they got back together, and I like that they make a solid couple. Since season one, dude, like they've kind of been together. So, yeah. I mean, then everybody getting a little spotlight here and there. I really enjoyed this. I really did. This episode was more like a tying loose ends kind of episode as opposed to like a really action packed episode. But regardless of that, it was very enjoyable. And honestly, I really had a good time watching season 3 of not the Outsider, of Young Justice. It is titled Outsiders, but you know. Yeah, so here we are, you guys, in the end. Um, so when I began this, before beginning this episode, I was talking about the galactic conflict that was apparently going to happen. But apparently, Darkseid and Vandal Savage came to an agreement. They're on chill terms, it seems. But I feel like that would be an interesting topic for season 4, Galactic War, because sure we've had like space situations here and there, like the orphanage, the going to different planets, like New Genesis, all these different interactions, different planets. I feel like escalating the story from Earth onto the galaxy or onto even the whole universe would make for it feels like the next step. It feels like that's the direction that makes the most sense for them to go in, to go from world affairs into more galactic affairs, into even possibly even more universal affairs. And I don't know, I feel like um I'm excited for season 4. We'll most definitely be watching when it comes out. Although for the time being, it seems like this is the end. I almost don't want to say goodbye, but I've had an enjoyable time reacting to this series, and thank you for all of you guys who supported it to this point. Honestly, like I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't have reacted to it had you guys not been commenting, had you guys not been motivating me through your comments to like do it faster. I probably would have taken a lot longer to do it, but since I noticed that a lot of you were like watching and a few of you were commenting and contributing to the conversation, you know, that's the one of the most favorite aspects of even doing this at all is the like community interaction shit like that. So thank you guys, and it seems like we're gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which I don't really know when it'll be. I think Mia in a couple comments ago said maybe this year or later this year or maybe next year. So if you're only here to watch Young Justice, again, thanks for watching. You can watch other reaction series that I'm currently doing. Obviously, after this, we're most likely going to start a new one. I don't really know what I'm going to do just yet, but yeah, that's it for now. And thanks for watching. I'll see you whenever I see you. Peace.